In this first video, I want to talk a little bit about posture and technique, just to get us started so that as we move forward, we'll know how to sit, how to focus, and if we find issues in our playing, what are some things that we can do to fix them, okay? The first thing is obviously how you sit influences how you play, right? That doesn't mean that you have to be on a hard wooden chair, that you have to be completely upright. A lot of guitarists hunch over their guitar, and it works. It's not the best way to play, but it works, right? I always say, try to sit with your back straight, your neck straight, and not too far over. You shouldn't need to look at your fingers, and as we keep on moving forward, we'll learn techniques to help you gain muscle memory for where you're playing, so you don't have to rely on your eyes, right? You don't want to play because of what you see, you want to play because of what you feel, right? And find the notes for a C chord, for a D chord, for G, just by feeling it and knowing it. It comes with time, but we'll get there, right? We'll get to a point where muscle memory is how we're moving around the guitar. Also, the whole structure of your body influences what your hands do and how easily they play. So a lot of times we think I need to squeeze to get these chords to work, which is a big misconception. Sure, you want to have a little bit of tension, a little bit of energy or strength to press these strings down, but more importantly, you want to use the muscles that are actually working, not your hand muscles. Your hand muscles are very weak, but your shoulder, your biceps, all the muscles in your arms, especially your forearm, right? Whenever we move our hand, we see all those tendons moving up and down. It kind of freaks us out, especially right here, right? So it's actually your forearm that does all the work to hold and press and everything. So if we're getting buzzing, right, which is the most common complaint, why am I getting buzzing? It's not because you're not pressing hard enough, most of the time. A lot of times it's because you're not close enough to the fret. Okay? So that's our first fix, should always be how close to the fret am I? Am I back here or am I up here? The fret being the metal part, not just the space that we press. So we want to be all the way up next to the fret so that we're almost right into the next fret. If I'm on the 3rd fret, I want to be almost into the 4th fret, right? Right behind the metal. But that way, when you press down, the string comes into contact with that high point immediately, and you get a good note. You get very good tone. No matter what you play, even bar chords, right? Always next to that fret. So first thing that you should fix. If our hands get tense, which is the second thing that I always hear, it's hard to press, my fingers hurt, my hands hurt, right? You don't actually need to put that much force into pressing down. Like we said, use the shoulder and arm muscles to press those strings down. And the other thing that you should do is pull, right? What does it mean to use these muscles? It means to pull, right? Activate them so that as you press, or as you make the shape for a C chord, instead of squeezing to get the strings down, you're pulling, right? So your fingers just kind of act as these dowels, let's say, to press down the strings. So we pull on the strings, and we want to make sure our hands, okay, so all that structure comes down to our hands. Our hands need to be relaxed, right? Think piano, right? Just like posture is important for piano, your hand shape is very, very important for piano, and so in the same way for guitar. So our hands should be curled, wrists straight, and very, very relaxed, right? Think just letting your hands hang down like that. So your right hand for picking and strumming, right? I don't have a pick right now, but right? My wrist is very straight, and if anything, if it is bending, it's bending kind of into the curvature of my hand. Right? Same thing with this hand. I want to bend it into the curvature of my hand, play with the very tips of my fingers, no matter what I'm playing. And here's the most important part. Your hand should be relaxed, and it should look as if you're just kind of laying it on your lap, right? If you lay it down like that flat, your thumb and all your fingers kind of open up and they're spread apart, right? They're not all kind of curled and contorted into each other, which is what we see. If we were to make a chord and take the guitar away, you would see something like this, right? Very contorted. Where we want to see something like this, very free and open, right? So if I play a C chord, you can see that my thumb is off to my side. It's not right here. Sometimes you might see it here, but the great majority of guitar playing, you want your thumb to be relaxed and off to the side, right? Completely straight, not hooked, completely straight, and very, very relaxed. I can't stress that enough, okay? So, back, shoulders, hands, all relaxed and working together, right? You're playing with your whole body to make all these chords and notes come out. So make sure that your body is in a good posture.